Am I the asshole for bringing my own food to a family dinner because my brother's wife is a terrible cook? Apparently. Let's find out. So last weekend, my family had a big dinner at my brother's house. His wife cooked a meal. I'll just be blunt, she's a lovely person, but her cooking is awful. I've tried to be polite and eat it at past dinner. Why don't you just tell people? I just keep eating it. I don't understand why people keep eating it. You could just make her aware. She'll be fine, maybe. She might not be fine, but at least she'll know at that point. No point in lying. I try to be polite and eat it past dinners, but every time I've either gotten sick or just couldn't finish the food. It's bland, overcooked, or just plain inedible. Like actually gotten sick? Because, I mean, come on, bro. You got to bring something up. This, I think I'm already being harsh because of the asshole label makes me think that you do something that's questionable. This time I decided to bring my own food. I didn't make a big deal out of it. Just quietly put my dish on my plate when everyone else was eating. You just casually brought out some Panda Express while you're eating her food? My guy, you just gotta say something. My sister-in-law noticed. I'd imagine she did. I'd imagine when you pulled up the bag of McDonald's, she was like, wait, hold up. I didn't make that. I don't remember making McDonald's. I don't really like your technique here. I don't like your technique. I understand, trust me, I understand that one family member that cannot cook. And they're always so willing to bring something to the family dinner and you just tough it out. I have one family member that's like that. She can make a really good, like one type of dessert. There's one type of dessert that she can make that's really good. Ask her to make anything else on the planet and it's awful. So we always ask her to make that one dessert. And we just don't really tell her that like her mac and cheese got something strange going on with it, you know? Like, why does your mac and cheese have egg in it or something? You know, something like, maybe not even egg, because I'm sure somebody would work egg into a mac and cheese recipe in some way. Something crazy. Jell-O. Why do you put Jell-O in your mac and cheese? I didn't want to lie, so I said I had some dietary restrictions, which is true to some extent, but not the whole reason. Just tell her the whole reason. Just tell her you don't like the food, man. She'll be okay, or she won't. I don't know, man. But you got to be honest with people, man. You can't, I'm not saying be an asshole about it. I'm not saying like, your food tastes like shit. But just be upfront. Just be like, hey, I'll be honest with you. I haven't really enjoyed the past few meals. I tried them. I didn't like them. I don't want to lie to you. She seemed hurt and asked if I didn't like her cooking. I tried to downplay it, but saying it's just easier for me to bring my own food because of my diet. Or I tried to downplay it saying, I don't know why I added a button there. Well, now my brother is upset with me saying I embarrassed his wife in front of the family. Yeah, I will say you just doing that at the table is crazy. You really thought that you could just whip out the Panda Express? I'm assuming it's Panda Express or something. It could be anything. You could have gotten something real nice, but like you just whip that out right in front of everybody. My parents think I could have just eaten a little bit of her food to be polite, but I didn't want to go through another meal of forcing down food I couldn't stomach. I mean, I will say this, like continuing to eat the food that you don't like is a problem. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that, especially if you said you gotten sick. But that's assuming you got like sick, not just like, oh, I think it tasted gross. Like I'm assuming, like when you say gotten sick, like did she give you a stomach bug or something? But anyways, well, I understand your reasoning. Still, you're the asshole. You do not bring your own food to a dinner without notice. Hey, sister-in-law, I just want to give you a heads up. I have some issues with my diet right now and need to eat special food, which I want to bring along because I don't want to bother you with new stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, it's like a read the room type situation. Like people will understand where you're coming from here, but like read the room, you know what I mean? One of my oldest friends is the worst cook on the planet. Last visit, her toad in the hole consisted of burnt logs of pork sausage. I'm vegetarian floating in a sea of cremation. I ate it all. Because I'm polite and appreciated the effort that she had made. You were the asshole. If you ate pork sausage, you're not a vegetarian. Very true. You kind of counteract, you know, you kind of just contradicted yourself there. That doesn't really make any sense. I'm going to run that by you real quick. Jerk. Somebody. Not the asshole. Some people need to hear the hard truth. I feel like there's a disconnect here, and it needs to be discussed. I love a good, like, tough love situation. However, and I've seen this, I saw this the other day. There's this guy that he like really seems to hate artists. And, you know, there's like a lot of debate over like people that hate AI, people that love AI and think like freelance artists are overpaid or, you know, you know, annoying or whatever. But this one dude in particular, he really hates like small artists. And he had many, many posts where he's just like, we shouldn't be soft on people with depression and blah, blah, blah. He just had post and post and post of just like the most, you know, I'm just a tough love type of guy shit. There reaches a certain point where you're lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? Where you're so much of an asshole. And those are the people that oftentimes try to whip out like they hate me because I tell the truth. Like, no, you just suck. You know, it's not so much that everything around you sucks, it's that you suck. It's the good old classic saying. You know, if somebody's an asshole, they're an asshole. But if everybody's an asshole, you're the asshole. And to this guy, everyone was the asshole. When you say not the asshole, some people need to hear the hard truth. I think that she needs to be made aware that her food isn't very good to that particular person. The other people may not mind it. I don't know. But the way that the person did it is just an asshole move, you know? I'm sure everyone will be fine at the end of the day. We're all grown adults here, but how often do you host? Am I the asshole? I don't know. Why did you ask me in the comments here? Asshole for how you handle it? Come on, hit me up with another not the asshole, man. I want some controversial... Bad cooks who think they're good cooks are the worst. I don't even think that this is her situation. Did she say she thinks she's good? She just cooks for other people. She's just trying to be nice, but she's just not good at cooking. It happens, man. Why not just decline the invitation? I have so many mixed feelings about this. Everyone sucks here. We'll skip past the you are the asshole because I know what they're going to say. Brother has to realize that his wife's cooking isn't good, or they like the food the way she cooks. Parents know the food isn't good, and they just eat before or after because they have manners. It is interesting that the person who is awful at cooking is the one that has people over. Like, such a nice person to cook for all these people, but they're just not good at cooking. Very unfortunate. You can respect it to a certain extent, somebody that's willing to do that for other people. I don't cook for other people very often. Like, I'll cook, you know, I'll cook for the person that I live with. My significant other. My beautiful wife. But, like, everyone else, all the time, consistently, you know? You got family coming over every weekend? That's a lot of work. But, you know, it is what it is. We're all built different. She seems like a nice lady who's just cooking. She's just not good at cooking. It happens, man. It's rough. It's rough. She could probably learn, though. You get better with practice, right? So you should relay this information to her. Maybe she'll take some things into consideration, and she'll use that to improve and get better. Or she won't get any better, and she'll cry about it. You know, it can go both ways. That's just how things work sometimes. But yeah, I mean, you're kind of an asshole here, to be real.